This isn't something that's just localized to Holland or to, certain areas that are, key for production, but this is also happening in the US on quite a large scale. There's a lot of farmers that are just stopping business, that aren't producing anymore. They can't afford to do it because commodity prices are super expensive. And I think you hit the nail on the head a little bit earlier about the world economy not being where it needs to be. Things are very out of whack. Things are very expensive. There's war, there's human right violations, there's all kinds of things going on around the world right now that's making supply chains very messed up. That have a lot of bad economic policies, that have just a whole lot of shit going on in the world. I don't think it's really a good time for a lot of these people that don't make a lot on the bottom line, especially farmers. The supply chain just eats them alive and sucks them dry. There's no way that they're going to be able to stay relevant during times like this. I think that's a huge factor here in what's going on.
Mm-hmm. And to your point about how, they were at least given money, sort of, you were saying it was sort of a solution to that. They have taken away their ability to self-sustain. And so money runs out unless they invested in something, but there's nothing quite like being able to sustain yourself with something you've grown. I mean, we saw this in the Summer of Love, when Seattle tried to be their own autonomous state. They wanted to secede and they were trying to grow their own food, and they didn't know the first thing, how to grow food. They had these boxes of soil, but didn't know that it took more than just soil and seeds to actually grow your own food. So taking away the ability to grow your own food and be able to live off the land is really a death sentence when you think about it.
Yeah, I mean, the last time that the government tried to take farmland, it didn't end well at all. Actually, two main scenarios stand out for me, and those are the ones that I was able to kind of look into before this conversation. But that would have been Mao and the land reform movement. And if you don't know who Mao was, he was a crazy dictator who killed millions. And that was actually the movement in the 1930s that ended up killing anywhere between 200,000 people at the low end and 5 million people at the high end. So that's no small group of people that perished because the government felt that it was its almost responsibility to redistribute the wealth of their land. This is a communist, obviously, that was a communist practice, a communist government, and a very, dark time for China.